It's safe to say that the last 2 years have been a challenge for all of us, but for me, being able to beat up thugs, Yakuza and teenagers around the fictional-ish city of Kamurocho, it has been able to keep me as level-headed as possible during these times. So today on the channel, I'm going to give you my love letter to the Yakuza and Judgment video game series and talk about how the series has kept me connected to a city I live in whilst being stuck inside. There's hardly anyone in the world that hasn't been negatively affected by the pandemic. For me personally, in my very privileged position where I can work from home, the act of not seeing friends and family the last 2 years has hit hard. Not only that, but with Tokyo being one of the most densely populated cities in the world, travelling inside the capital region was unadvisable. It made me feel like I was living inside a bubble where I was in Tokyo, but not really. This is where the Yakuza series comes in. For many, including myself at the start of the pandemic, Animal Crossing was our home away from home while being at home. But as soon as I got the PlayStation 5, my first PlayStation since the third one, the library of games at my disposal widened, and the Yakuza series appeared on my radar with Yakuza 0. Turning on the game for the first time, I was thrown into the world of Kamurocho, a place I was intimately familiar with. While the 80s aesthetic was all over the town, to me it was instantly recognisable as the semi-satirical, hyper-realistic version of the Shinjuku district of Kabukicho. The game did a very good job of recreating the area of the town that was around in that era. For me, it wasn't until I played Kiwami where I got a taste of the Kabukicho I knew. You see, I used to work in Shinjuku and live close to the area, so whenever I was coming home from work, going to work, having a night out, or plain just going to see a movie at the Toho or Piccadilly, I went through Kabukicho. Of course, now I live just outside the main area of Tokyo for a bigger place and cheaper rent, but even then, Kabukicho lives up to its namesake and was a place of fun for me. You know, being able to catch that first train after a night out is just, wow. Due to the current situation, that's just not possible. With the city being a COVID hotspot, regulations against being out all night and selling alcohol, and my still current lack of a second vaccination, it's just not a thing that can happen. So, to my delight and surprise, the Yakuza series has been able to itch that scratch for me. While the games haven't totally faithfully recreated the real life version of the area, with the biggest difference being the Golden Guy bar and a whole area, it's actually scary how faithful the city is. And yes, that includes real life Yakuza walking around, though they're a little bit more inconspicuous now and look a lot like salarymen than 1980s fashion wannabes. I've been playing the latest game in the franchise, Lost Judgment, over the last month thanks to a code from Sega of America, who haven't sponsored the video by the way, they're just really cool like that. And while a lot of the game takes place in Yokohama, another area I love, it's always nice to walk around Kamurocho again to see what has changed in the game. One of the weirdest parts is that I went through Kabukicho for my first vaccination a week back, hence the footage, and in every vending machine there's the new Zone energy drink which appears in the game. It was weird enough that I drank it before the game was released, and it's even weirder seeing it in game and then seeing it in the exact same vending machine in real life. You know, the drink's actually pretty good as well. Without being able to go to the real life Kabukicho to meet people, get drinks and have fun, Kamurocho has been there for me all year, letting me learn about its inner workings, meet new people that eventually become bigger roles in my gaming life, and indulge in activities that, when I'm eventually comfortable in going back for a night on the town, I will try. I guess for many of those who watch this video or are fans of Yakuza, going to Kabukicho in real life would be like stepping into a video game. But for me, seeing Kamurocho felt like I was somewhere familiar with memories around every corner. Like getting lost looking for a Korean barbecue place, getting advice for a visa, heading to a death metal bar, being convinced by a barker to head to their bar which had literally no one in it. That was an expensive night. I can't wait to be able to go back to Kabukicho to make more memories. But for now, Kamurocho is there waiting for me to make memories in until that time comes.